What makes you you? Is it your body, your memories, your thoughts, or something deeper, something unchanging? Now imagine this. A ship, preserved for centuries. Every plank, every nail, every sail, gradually replaced over time, piece by piece until nothing original remains. Is it still the same ship? This is the ancient philosophical paradox known as the Ship of Theseus. But this is not just a story about a ship. It is a question about identity, about change, about what it truly means to exist. And today, in a world of artificial intelligence, digital identities, and constant transformation, this question is no longer theoretical. It is urgent. The story begins in ancient Greece. Theseus, a legendary hero, returns to Athens after defeating the Minotaur. His ship is preserved as a symbol of victory, a monument to history. Over time, the wooden parts of the ship begin to decay, so they are replaced. One plank at a time, one nail at a time. Years pass. Eventually every single part of the ship has been replaced. Not a single original piece remains. So here is the question, is it still the Ship of Theseus? And if not, at what point did it stop being the original? Was it after the first plank? The last plank, or somewhere in between? Now consider this twist. What if someone collected all the old, discarded pieces, and rebuilt the ship using those original materials? Which one is the real Ship of Theseus? The one continuously maintained, or the one reconstructed from original parts? This paradox cuts deeper than it first appears, because it challenges something we often take for granted, the idea that identity is stable. Philosophers have debated this for centuries. There are two major perspectives. 1. Identity through continuity. Some argue that identity is preserved through continuity. Even if parts change, the process remains uninterrupted, so the ship is still the same, because its existence has been continuous. 2. Identity through original substance. Others argue that identity is tied to original material. Once the original components are gone, the identity is lost. The ship becomes something new. But now let's go deeper. What if both are wrong? What if identity is not about material nor continuity, but about something else entirely? Now turn the question inward. Your body is constantly changing. Cells die. Cells regenerate. Every 7 to 10 years, almost every cell in your body is replaced. So, are you still the same person you were as a child? If your physical structure has completely changed, what remains? Your memories. But memories fade. They distort. They can even be false. Your personality, but that evolves too. Your beliefs, they shift over time. So again, what makes you you? This is where the paradox becomes personal, because if you cannot define your identity clearly, then what exactly are you protecting? What exactly are you becoming? There is something deeply unsettling about this. We like to believe we are consistent, stable, defined, but the truth is, we are constantly changing. And yet we still feel like the same person. Why? Because identity is not just physical, it is also experiential. It is the narrative you tell yourself. The story of, I. But here's the danger. What if that story is an illusion? Now, let's bring this into the modern world. Artificial intelligence, digital identities, virtual existence. Imagine this, an AI trained on your thoughts, your voice, your writing, your memories. It speaks like you, thinks like you, responds like you. Is it you? Or consider this. If your mind could be uploaded into a machine, and your biological body replaced, would you still be the same person? Or would you become a copy? This is the Ship of Theseus, reborn in the age of AI. Every upgrade, every update, every transformation, we are replacing parts of ourselves. Not just physically, but mentally, digitally, existentially. We live in a time where identity is fluid. Social media allows us to reinvent ourselves. AI allows us to replicate ourselves. Technology allows us to extend ourselves, but in doing so we risk losing something fundamental. The question is no longer, what is the Ship of Theseus? The question is, what is left of us when everything changes? So here is the final thought. You are not a fixed object. You are not a static identity. You are a process, a flow, a continuous becoming. But within that change, there is something deeper, something that observes, something that remains aware. And perhaps, that is the true self. Not the parts, not the structure, not even the story, but the awareness behind it all. So next time you ask yourself, who am I? Remember this paradox, because you are both, the original ship and the one that has changed completely. And maybe, just maybe, the truth lies in accepting both. If this made you think, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, comment your thoughts. Are you still the same person you were yesterday? Welcome to the journey of thought. This is just the beginning.